Chris, aka Big Chill, out here running a service call for AC unit I keeping up. Just got here, made sure the thermostat was on. Outdoor fan seems like it is running, but the compressor, I can't hear it. So I'm going to open up this panel, take a look at it, and get started. Alright, we got the panel off. This unit's a little bit different than some, but what we do have is we have a start relay and a start capacitor. That's what helps actually boost this unit, this compressor, to start. And then the start relay will go out of the circuit. The start capacitor will go out of the circuit, and then the run capacitor will actually run the compressor. So it is pretty obvious once I open up the panel that we got some burnt wires up here on top, and might even have I'll check the capacitor. I don't think the top looks swole, but might even have an issue with the capacitor. So what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and pull the disconnect. I'm going to restrip that wire there, clean everything up. Yeah, the capacitor actually looks partially melted. I'm going to go ahead and replace it. It's just a 40/5, and I'll put this thing back together, start it up, and we'll see what happens. But as of right now, looks just like a pretty obvious sign of a burnt wire. We'll investigate it further as to why that wire would have burnt. Could have been a loose connection. Could be that the compressor's overamping. So, all right, I got my wire repair kit here. Got some of these spade terminals I'll go ahead and use to repair the wires. Then I've also got a new capacitor I'll be putting on, and I'll also be putting on one of these new capacitor brackets to hold it up on there nice and tight, instead of just zip tying it or leaving it in the box like I've seen some other techs do. I'm not gonna name any names out there though. But I'm gonna go ahead and set up the camera. It's kind of gonna have a weird angle here. It's in a kind of a tight spot back here, and I'm a big guy, so I'll go ahead and get this thing set up and we'll make the repair. Careful when screwing these in. There's a coil right behind that. Last thing we want to do is put a hole in that coil. I just used a factory hole that was already there for the last bracket. New capacitor. Zip tie right around it. Pretty easy. I get those things on supplyhouse.com. It's a pretty inexpensive piece. Just makes the job look a lot neater. Alright, face the nameplate out where you can still read it. Let me get all this out of my way now. I should be able to plug in the disconnect and let it kick on. Promising sound. There's the old bracket. I do typically hang on to a few of these. Never know what size capacitor you might pull off. Some are fatter, some are skinnier. That's why I like these things. So, go ahead and hook up my gauges. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I Use these job link probes. Great investment. Got my gauges pulled up here. So far it's looking okay. I do want to see that superheat kind of adjust a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and watch it for about 10-15 minutes, let it actually come on, come up to speed. Make sure everything is working good on it. So I'll be back here in just a minute. I'm going to go inside and go ahead and check indoor temperature while I'm waiting. All right, and we're back. The unit has been running now for 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and check some amp draws. Right now the compressor is pulling 6.7 amps. That is good. Outdoor fan is pulling 7.73 amps. Also within range. I'll get the unit voltage here. I always like to check these things and document them down. 240 volts. Also got my gauges still hooked up. Let's take a look at here. How does that look? Oh my goodness. Beautiful. 70 over 168, 13 superheat, 11 subcool. Perfect. We'll go ahead and check temperature drop as well. I got my probe sitting inside. You guys can see that. I got a 17-degree delta T. Man, for a unit that's almost 20 years old, it is doing good. So all this one was a capacitor, a little bit of a wiring repair. And this customer should be good to go for the rest of the summer. She is on a maintenance plan, so we come out twice a year, go ahead and clean it and everything. But on a unit that's this old, I would expect a few minor repairs here and there. I don't see anything that would have caused the wire to burn as far as overamping, so I would assume that was just a loose connection that caused that wire to overheat over time and just melt off. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back together, and we'll go collect from the customer and we'll get out of here. All right, that is it for me here at this job, and we're going to be off to the next one. If you have any questions on anything that I did while I was here, feel free to drop a comment down below. If you like the video, give it a like, subscribe for more of this content, and we'll see you guys on the next call.